Friday morning, you're back with us on Squawk Box Asia Side. We are back with Dan Frishberg, Chief Investment Strategist, Frishberg.com, staying with us live out of New York. Dan, if we can talk about the car makers here. Chrysler, also Ford, they're basically stopping making cars. I mean, fine for a limited period of time, but I mean, this just speaks towards the supply-demand imbalances here. Exactly. Chrysler, GM, they're back in talks in terms of merging. You think really that's the best option?
Look, all of these machinations that are going on in Detroit and Washington, it all comes down to this. No matter whether they keep these car companies open for now or not, they aren't going to be able to change the models or change what they're doing. The story is that the car companies are making cars that people don't want. They're out of step. That isn't going to change whether they stay open or not until way into next year. And so all you're talking about is keeping them open to make cars that nobody's going to want. Now, the thing is that whether they close or not one extra car in the United States will be bought or not bought. Not one person who wants a car won't buy one. Everybody who wants a car will buy one. And no one who doesn't want a car will buy one. And whether they keep those car companies open or not right now, it makes no difference to the economy. Nothing. But of course, if the people who are working in Detroit now got laid off, they would have a bad Christmas. The thing is that keeping them alive, maybe you pay them some severance, shut down right now because you're making cars that nobody wants. This is really about the unions and trying to find a way to make the unions happy. But it isn't really about the economy. You hear all this posturing that says the U.S. economy can't tolerate not one extra car will be sold or not sold, no matter what those people in Detroit do right now. And that's the only lasting effect on the U.S. economy is going to be how many cars are sold.
Well, I tell you what, though, Dan. How about looking at the other at it another way? And that is using what's happening in the auto industry to describe what is happening in the much broader economy, even in the financial system. And that is, you were talking about cars being sold or not. I mean, sales have been plunging at these car makers. What we've got basically is authorities throwing money at companies, at the system, at the problem. Money supply is expanding. Demand is not there. It's being absolutely destroyed, and therefore nobody is spending or buying, including car buyers. I mean, this is the deflation that people have been talking about, is it not?
Yes, actually, it is the deflation that people have been talking about. And look, this is an attempt to cancel the business cycle. Everybody likes the part where things go up, except they don't like the prices to go up on what they actually like to buy. They want the prices to go up on what they sell. They don't like higher prices on what they buy. We have a business cycle, and every time the government gets in the way and tries to affect it, they make it actually worse. And I'll bet you if this hadn't been an election year, they got themselves into this by trying to stop a downturn during an election year. Yeah. But it's a natural cycle. We forget that because the election is already over. But a lot of this meddling in the normal cycle was done simply because it was an election year and the administration really didn't want to tolerate a declining economy in an election year. A lot of problems were created by that kind of meddling.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, Dan, listen, got to go. Great to talk to you, sir. Thank you for your time. Dan Frishberg, Chief Investment Strategist, Frishberg.com.